And we are recording. You might have to agree to that. So yeah, the practice that I'm going to engage you today, and I want to just reiterate too, thanks for showing up. You're putting intention behind, action behind your intention to get into a gratitude mode this week. And so I want to support that. First of all, we'll do a little breathing, moving like we normally do in the tradition of yoga that I teach, Phoenix Rising, and we'll basically get a little more embodied because we can do a lot of thinking about gratitude, but also we can feel gratitude. And to me, gratitude is also a visceral experience as well as a mind experience. So we'll inhabit our bodies. And then I have a ritual that I'd like to lead. Uh, and this one comes from the one Buddhist tradition. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that tradition, but it's the Fourfold Grace, the four things that are graces and things to be grateful for. And we'll do an embodied experience with that for the Fourfold Grace or graces or gratitudes, if you like. Um, and then we'll follow that with a guided meditation. And that's an opportunity for you to drop into your gratitude in a meditative and embodied way. Connect to your body, connect to the feeling of gratitude in whatever way that occurs for you. I will give you an opportunity to express that if you wish, but you're not under any obligation. I'll give you an opportunity to share, come off mute and talk if you wish, but again, no obligation. But I think it helps paint a picture and gives us an overview. And then finally, the last practice that I want to lead is one on connection, how we can embrace connection at this time of year, and the gratitude for the connections that we have. And the connections are probably a lot more than we really appreciate. So I'll be diving into that a little bit. Okay. So all you got to do is follow along. And again, just with all embodied experiences, your body is your best friend, and your body knows you better than I do. So if I guide anything that your body says, nah, my body doesn't do that, then you listen to your body before you listen to me and honor your body's wisdom. Don't feel like you have to engage. If you prefer not to engage at all, that is fine. You can do that too. It's your webinar, it's your opportunity, and however you want to participate is fine with me. And I do appreciate seeing the faces. It's great to see each other. And I just invite you now to just take a look at the screen and look at this assembled gathering, and let's have a little bit of gratitude for that. Here we are connecting with other people, like-minded people who wish to also join in this celebration of gratitude. Uh, Great to be with you. Okay, so we can do this in a seated position. So if you want to sit, just sit a little taller in your chair, place your feet on the floor. Ah. And we're going to do a little breathing just to start with. So I invite you to bring your hands in front and just gently inhale, draw your arms up above your head as you inhale, and then softly lower your arms as you exhale. Ah. And you can make the breath as full and deep as you want to, but no strain or struggle. Just a soft and easy breath. Inhaling up and exhaling down. You can find your own rhythm with that. If you want to just close your eyes and tune into your own body and feel that rhythm of you breathing in as you raise your arms and exhaling as you lower them. And you don't have to follow anyone else on the screen or my lead. It's your own practice in the sense that you move at the pace that's right for you. And see if you can find that pace. And then we'll introduce a little gratitude for it. So as we breathe in, just gratitude for the air we breathe. And as we lower our arms, gratitude for the life around us, everything breathing around us. Inhale as we breathe in. Exhale, breathing out, and gratitude for everything around us. Breathing in, gratitude for this breath, the prana, the life force that's contained in it, and exhaling, sending it out all around us. And also a connection, this air that we breathe, it's connected. Even though we're sitting in different parts of the world right now, the same atmosphere surrounds our planet. We're all drinking from that same atmosphere right now. So as you breathe in, feel as though you're drinking with each other, drinking in the air that surrounds our planet. As you breathe out, letting go, sending your energy and your gratitude out to all around you. And one more. And then next time you come down, just let your hands rest in your lap and tune in a little bit now to your body. Just feel this body, your head, your neck, your shoulders, and any part of your body that wants to just move, let it just gently move. Maybe your hands or your fingers need to squeeze, or your toes need to wriggle, or your belly needs to wobble. And it's just anything goes. It's just being nice to your body, grateful for this body and the life force that dwells within it, and giving it a little attention. And as you do that, you might just want to say thank you to your body, gratitude for this body. Thank you, body, for being here since the day I was born. Thank you, body, for joining me on the journey and being here with me until the day I die. Thank you, body. As you thank it, feel it, move it gently, breathe to it, give it some breath, give it a couple of full, deep breaths. Maybe take that breath down to your belly. Ah, and really enjoying being here, grateful for your body. And then when you slowly wind it down, come to stillness, come to a seated position again, wherever you are. Just allow your back to be a little bit long but not strained, and your feet flat on the floor. And if you're on a chair, just make sure you can, if you're on a chair, make sure you can move a little bit. If you're on the floor, that's much easier, but that's okay. Wherever you are is fine. And the next part of our practice is we're going to connect to these fourfold graces. And first of all, feel your feet on the floor below. Just take a moment to become aware of your feet on the floor. Feet connecting with the floor, and that floor underneath you connecting with the earth. Somewhere down there, even if you're up on a tall building, somewhere down there is the earth, and it's all connected to these feet right now. So just make an energetic connection through the soles of your feet to the earth below you. And again, that same earth that you're standing on right now, that you're feeling through your feet, is the same earth that each and every one of us here are connected to as well. Our earth, our Mother Earth. And taking a moment just to be grateful for the earth and the life that it supports. The soil in which plants, trees, and everything grows. The abundance of life on this planet, this green planet, which we're fortunate to be dwelling. So feeling the earth, that gratitude for this earth, the way in which the earth is in synchronicity with the rest of the universe. Every day the sun rises, every day the sun sets. And the rains that come and the seasons that water the earth, the air that surrounds the earth, all of it. Gratitude for this earth upon which we stand or rest. And keeping that connection with the earth, just slowly inhale, raise your arms out to the side. So you can spread your arms wide, lift your chin slightly, and allow your head to just gently tilt back a little and look upwards. And although you're sitting in a room, just take a moment to imagine that through the roof of that room, the roof of the building that you're in, and out beyond is the sky, clouds, the sky, the universe out there, out into space. And as you hold your arms open and lift your head and imagine yourself looking out into the ether, Just take a moment for gratitude for all of that. The heavens above, the heavens above and the earth below. And here I am, supported by all of it. Take a moment to take a few deep breaths in as you hold this position. And if you want to lean back a little and open your chest, lean back on the chair if it's more comfortable to keep your arms open for a moment or two. And just feel the connection between the heavens above and the earth below, and you in between, supported by both, supported by the heavens above, supported by the earth below. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly bring your hands into the front of your chest. Join your palms together. And let's honor the first of the fourfold graces, heaven and earth. And if it's, I invite you to join in a bow if that's okay for you. If bowing is not your thing, feel free to express in some other way. But let us together, if we feel inclined, bow to the grace of heaven and earth, the heavens above and the earth below, and the grace that they provide us. Slowly bring your body forward into a bow if you're deciding to bow. And as you bow your head forward, your hands in prayer position, let it be an honoring gesture, honoring the earth beneath you, honoring the heavens above you, and all that we take from them. A sense of gratitude for all of it. And then slowly let yourself rise up. Take a deep breath in and let your hands come back to your lap. And take a deep breath. Connect to your body and just notice the impact of honoring heaven and earth, where it lands in your body right now. Perhaps reflecting on anything that may have came to you during that honoring of heaven and earth practice. And all the other things that go for the ride. Like how fortunate we are to be in this human body here on this earth. And connected in the way that we are. And here now, this body, this breath, this moment, connected by heaven and earth. And take another breath and just let that go and come back to stillness. And as we sit here now in this body, let's just take a moment to reflect on this life, going back to the time of our birth, our parents, or whoever was there at the time of the birth. Most certainly our mother was. And anyone else. And then going back another generation to our grandparents and their part and their role in us being here right now. And so we enter the second of the fourfold graces in the honoring of our parents and ancestors, regardless of our relationship now with any of our family or ancestors. The reality of being here in this incarnation came from our ancestors. So let's take a moment now and turn your body to the left. You can take hold of the chair if you want, or you can take hold of the back of the chair. Just turn to look over your left shoulder, twisting round as far as you can go. When you get there, establishing the posture, just establishing a twist that doesn't feel too strained. There may be a little bit of an edge there, but not too much. Just enough to get your attention to know that you're turning to look over that left shoulder. And as you look over that left shoulder, just visualize your ancestors back there, beginning with your parents and going back, back, back. And as you go further back, the crowd gets bigger because there's more of them going way, 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 way back. Ah, and just acknowledging and recognizing the trials and tribulations and suffering and life that they may have faced, and also the joys and the celebrations that they may have experienced as well. All of it part of life similar perhaps to this life that we live now. So let's just take a moment and honor our ancestors, grateful for whatever they brought to life that in some way lives in us today. All of it, even the part we've had to transform, change, and the opportunity to do that. Thanking them for that opportunity as well. Gratitude for our ancestors. Take another deep breath, let it go. Come slowly back around to the center. And take a deep breath in and out. Just notice anything that arose in that practice, anything that may have been difficult for you, any edges around gratitude for ancestors, and just honoring that too. That's part of the ride, that's part of the journey. But also determine how you might want to hold that now. And take a deep breath in and out. Slowly begin your turn to the opposite side now, to the right side, twisting around to the right, grabbing hold of the chair if you want, or looking over that right shoulder. And as you look over the right shoulder, you're looking into the future. And you are stepping forward into that future, that unknown future. But you have here an opportunity to write the history of that future, not so much in terms of what happens, but how you show up for whatever happens. That's the power of being human, the choice to show up, how to show up for whatever life gives you. So as you look toward that future, just take a moment to reflect on what you may have gained from your ancestors, what you may bring to life now, and what you may want to offer to life going forward, the opportunity that awaits you. What's your legacy as you look forward? And when you're an ancestor, how do you want to be honored and remembered? Regardless of whether you leave offspring behind or not, you have an impact on every human being that you interact with. So just taking a moment to honor that opportunity too, and how that might play out from the deepest intention that you might hold. And again, taking a moment of gratitude for that opportunity, that life opportunity to create the legacy of the future. Take a deep breath in and slowly begin the turn back to center. Your feet flat on the floor, back long, head floating up above the neck and shoulders. And taking a moment now to just sit in silence and feel it in your body. What came to you through that second of the Fourfold Graces, honoring of the ancestors. You may also wish to include, I forgot to include it, but the benefactors in your life as well. All those who support you now. Just a moment of gratitude for them as well. Any special benefactors from past or present. And the graces that they bring to your life. And for the next practice, just bring your hands up to the front of your chest with your palms facing upwards in an open gesture. And then extend your hands forward in a gesture of giving. So you have a gift in your hands and you're presenting it, giving it in front of you. Take a deep breath in, bring the hands back, and give it to the side of you. Take a deep breath, bring it back in, and give to the right of you. Bring it back in to center and give again to the front. And just keep repeating this gesture of giving to the front and then to each side, left, right, and front. And as you do this, you may wish to begin to bend your body a little. So you're bending forward as you come forward. You're bending to the side as you go to the side. And as you do this, take a moment just to visualize all that you give in life to others of yourself, no matter what it is. Your labor, your love, your words, your presence. It's giving. And notice that your life is made up of a lot of giving. And as you give, a lot of connecting. So as you do this practice in the gesture, just feel yourself, who you're connecting with as you give. Ah, and then bring it back into center. Join your hands in prayer position on your chest. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Ah. Now take each hand and let them go to one side, one to the other side. And closing your hand, bringing it in. And then extending it front, opening and bringing it in closed. Open, out, bring in closed. Open, out, bring in closed. Then to the side, open, out, bring in closed. Open, out, bring in closed. Breath with it. Ah, ah, in your own time. And now what you're visualizing is receiving. You're receiving the abundance of this world through your hand into your body, the food you eat, the things you buy, the clothes you wear, the love you receive, the attention you receive, the words spoken to you, receiving, receiving, connecting through receiving. Ah, And just a couple more, and then come back into the center, hands in prayer position. And take a deep breath in and out. Just bring to mind all of those human beings, fellow human beings with whom we're connected on a daily basis. The fellow human beings with whom we've been connected in our life in the past, and all those we will connect with perhaps in the future. Our connectedness to our fellow beings, and how much they're significant in sustaining the life we have. So let's take a moment now and bow to our fellow human beings and honor them. If you feel like a bow, if you don't, whatever you want to do instead, just bowing. And as you bow, holding that wish of benevolence, wishing benevolence and well-being to all our fellow human beings with whom we're connected, and even those that we're not, and those that we don't know we are. Gratitude for our connections to our fellow human beings. Then slowly coming back up, take a deep breath. Inhale, feel it in your heart. Exhale, lower your hands. And again, sit in silence for a moment and acknowledge what it was like to honor the act of giving, receiving, and connecting to fellow human beings. Take a deep breath, let it go. And the fourth of the Fourfold Graces is a little tricky to embody, but we're going to try. Um, if you wanted to, another way to do this is from a standing and balancing posture, but I'm not going to engage you in that because I realize some of you are not in a position where you could do that. So we're going to do it seated, but you can just lift your hands off the floor, lean forward, and just find a place to balance on the edge of your chair with your arms out wide. Just hold a point of balance. You can feel that by just coming forward a little bit more or back a little bit more. Just find the balance point as you sit, wherever you sit, lifting your legs and lifting your arms, just balancing on your buttocks or your thighs, feeling that point of balance. And then slowly come back. Then you can raise one arm up and one arm down. Look up at the outstretched upper arm. Look down at the outstretched lower arm. Just look between the two. And then alternate the opposite side. And then alternate again. And this time, we're looking at the balance that we create between us in life by the rule of law. We have ways in which we organize ourselves as human beings on this planet, like we all drive on one side of the road or the other. We all take out our trash and care for the planet, hopefully. We all treat each other with respect and dignity most of the time, we hope. And then you might have bringing the hands out front and just up and down in front, signifying balance, weighing the options, balancing, weighing, the scales of justice, weighing, balancing. Ah, and then coming back into the center in prayer position. And let's take a moment to honor the human laws that we follow, the ones that keep us safe, help us to connect in ways without harm. And although they may not be in our state of world as good as we may wish, we still aspire to create that. So honor that intention, our desire to find ways to cooperate and connect as human beings within the rule of law. Gratitude for all those who engage and work to create that balance, to enable us to connect with ease and safety and grace. And if it feels appropriate to you to honor that, you may come forward into a bow, honoring the rule of law and the grace that we derive from that. Take a deep breath, honor it, let it go, come back up. And again, feel it in your body as you let your hands come down to your lap. Any gratitude that may be there that you feel in your body. Feeling your feet on the floor again and your head rising up to the heavens above. Feeling all the ancestors standing there behind you. Feel the connection of all the people around you. And feeling the laws that support the orderliness of those connections. Take a moment just to reflect on all of the fourfold graces of life. And as you take each one, feel it in your body, maybe a different part of your body where you feel it. Connection of heaven and earth, where does that occur? Ancestors, where do you feel that? Connection to fellow beings, where does that show up? And the rule of law, your connection to that, where does that land in your body? And take a breath, let it be, let it be. Before we proceed to the meditation, just take a moment though to notice what stood out for you in that part of the practice, that ritual of the Fourfold Grace. Was there one of them that stood out more than others and had some impact? Was there one where gratitude flowed easily, or perhaps one where it didn't? Where's the opportunity for gratitude to grow? Where's the opportunity for gratitude to be celebrated? And where does that leave you? Just notice that. Nothing you need to do with it now, nothing you need to fix or change. Just simply awareness of gratitude and how it shows up in your life. And then with those feet still on the floor, sitting in your chair, find a way to sit comfortably but with your back long, your head just floating up above your neck and shoulders, hands loose in your lap. If you wish to adopt the hand position for meditation, you may wish to put the left fingers in the right fingers with the thumbs touching, just lightly touching, making a little circle with your thumb and other fingers, one on top of the other in your lap. Your back long but not strained, soft presence. And using the breath as an anchor to connect to the body, but firstly just recognizing anything in the body that may need to be attended to just by virtue of the fact that it's drawing attention to you. And just notice it, give it a little attention, and then let it be. Same with anything else that might arise by the way of physical sensation. Notice and let it be. Notice and let it be. Then switch to the breath coming and going. Aware of breathing in, aware of breathing out. Perhaps aware of this little turn at the corner, the top of the breath, at the bottom of the breath. So there are four parts to the breath in, the turn, the breath out, the turn. But no need to dwell too long in the turn, just let it be natural. And the same with the in and out breath. For 2 or 3 breaths, you might deepen it a little, but then let it come back to its natural rhythm. And just let the breath bring you here, here now, here to this body, here to this being. Begin by feeling the breath coming down to your belly. And as you breathe in and out, your belly rising and falling with the breath. And then with the next few breaths, the center of the chest as well as the belly. So the belly expanding and falling, but also the chest, feeling the breath in the chest. As you engage the breath in the chest, take a moment to become aware of your heart center in the center of your chest, or maybe on the left side of the center, doesn't matter. But your heart, that part of you that feels, that part of you that not only feels what you feel, but sometimes feels others, has feelings for what is around you, has feelings about this life. And take a moment just to honor all the feelings, your feeling being, your capacity to tune in through the realm of feeling. And as you for right now engage a little more that feeling self, taking a moment to imagine or visualize all that you receive in your life, and particularly that for which you may feel gratitude. Where's the grace in your life that you can feel a sense of gratitude for? What is it that comes to you, or has come to you, or is coming to you? Can be now, can be past, or ongoing. Just asking, what is it that arises here in my heart with gratitude? Is it a person, a thing, or something connected? How might I describe it? And what is this that gives me this sense of being grateful? And perhaps there's more where this came from, more gratitude. So no matter how small or large the gratitude may be, just allow it in right now. Allow yourself to sit and bathe in this sense of gratitude for whatever it is in your life that creates it. And bring your left hand up to the center of your chest. And take a moment to feel that gratitude in your body wherever it is. And as you celebrate this gratitude in your life, what does it catalyze? What's your impact or catalyst from the gratitude you've received? What does it motivate? What does it lead to? Or what truth does it acknowledge? What purpose does this gratitude serve in your life, in your Dharma, your path in this life? Just take a moment to honor and feel that. Feel it in your body, feel it in your being. And let your hand come down to your lap, both hands in your lap. Focus on the palms of your hands, slowly lowered into a forward position, as though you are letting or allowing this gratitude to flow out through your hands to the world around you. Take a moment just to visualize or notice where your gratitude goes and how it wishes to express, and where and when. Then let your hands come back to your lap. You can take a moment now to switch to the mode of your mind. And as you reflect on this practice and the gratitude that you just felt, is there an action that you might want to take this week as we celebrate Thanksgiving? Is there a gratitude action awaiting you, or being drawn forth from the deeper part of your being? Something perhaps that might need to be said or done or enacted in some way. Where's that love that's deep within you being directed now in gratitude through action? Just notice whatever it is as you visualize or see it or say it. Just feel it in your body. And take a deep breath. Let it go. And you can let your body move any way that feels good. Just let it a little move around. Ah, we have a little time left for you to share your gratitude or your action or your takeaway or anything else that you may wish to make use of the community that we have here. Oftentimes, giving words to your gratitude with witnesses, with those with whom we're connected, can make it even more powerful. So I invite you to take that opportunity if you so choose. And I'm going to first invite everyone, if you feel like it, put it in the chat, but I'm also going to invite you to speak to it. So if you'd like to just put it in the chat, or if you don't want to put it in the chat, you just want to speak to it, that's okay too. So open for sharing. What came up? Where does it leave you? What's the action?
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I will thank you, Michael Lee, for how clearly you speak, that I understand every word. I'm not used to that when I am hearing some others speak English. You are excellent in expressing what you're saying, and it goes deep. Thank you so much. I love this practice.
Thank you, Ruth. I appreciate you showing up over and over again for so many years. Ruth was trained with us, must be 20 years ago. I don't know how long ago, but here we are, and it's so wonderful. And you're in Iceland, and I just want to honor you for that. And I'm pleased that my Australian accent is understandable.
Thank you. It goes back to 98.
98, so it's
Yeah,
26 years. Okay, 26 years. That's
thank you so
wonderful.
much,
Yeah,
Michael Lee. And
thank
this was a
you. Thank you.
wonderful practice.
I'm grateful for that, Ruth. I'm so grateful for you and all those wonderful people who've I've been able to have the honor of connecting with over so many years. So thank you for being one of those, and everyone here for that matter. So, Tom, I'm grateful for for the important spiritual teachers in my life. Yeah. Struck by gratitude for my mother. Wonderful. Anyone like to speak to their gratitude apart from Ruth? So I think Helen, do you have you're off mute? So do you want to?
Oh, oh,
No,
I'm off mute. Oh, you're hearing me now. Oh,
yeah, no worries. You can mute if you want, or you can speak if you want.
no, no, no. I guess gratitude to all the places I've been recently,
Wonderful.
and to be able to experience being with one another and going and experiencing workshops and and not doing it online for a change. It's
Wonderful.
refreshing. I mean, this is good too. I mean, I know we're online, but it's good to get out and go places.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. Great. So gratitude for able to get out, go places, and connect. Sounds like a lot of connection there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There's been connections. The
Good.
connections are deeper in person.
Yeah.
It's kind of sticks with you more.
Right.
I don't know what the word is. I guess stick
Well,
or
I'm pleased that you have that in your life, that opportunity.
yeah, yeah. Now I'm getting ready for winter and trying to figure out how I'm going to keep up this. Um, I don't know, keep up with it. It
Good.
gets expensive after a while.
Right. So a couple of people have mentioned ancestors. I wondered how that would land for you. That's a touchy one sometimes for some people, but a few people have said that was an important takeaway uh, to share gratitude for ancestors. And then Melissa has yeah, you have a takeaway to share gratitude with words and actions with those around you this week. Wonderful. Anything in particular, Melissa, want to speak to?
No, I think just being more open to
Right.
sharing that, and just I don't know. I think the for me, the more I share, it's almost like the more I get, right? The
Yeah.
more you
Yeah,
share, the more
it's
you
true.
get back. Yes.
There's a famous Zig Ziglar quote. I can't remember the quote exactly, but it basically says, if you practice gratitude, uh, benefits will come back to you several times over. Um, so it's like a multiplier effect, I guess. Yeah. Um, and then Lara, the act of gratitude that came to mind was of leaving this meeting and going into the room and hugging my partner. Ah, beautiful. He's so lucky. So lucky to have that. Yeah, connecting. Yeah, that's beautiful. So we're running out of time, but is one more, anyone else burning to share, to say something? Because I've got one more practice I just want to leave you with. Okay. Okay, so the final practice, you're sitting in a room, and I just want you to see something that's in that room, any object, maybe something that's new, something that came recently. Or maybe you're in the kitchen and you can see food in the refrigerator, or maybe, I don't know, maybe it's clothing that you're wearing or something like that. But just pick something, doesn't matter what it is. And the practice is simply this. Whatever it is, whatever the object it is, and I'll tell you how I did it. This morning it was shaving. I had a razor in my hand. And I took that razor and reflected on all of the people who were involved in me being able to stand there and use that razor. So the minerals in the earth, gratitude for that, that made the thing, the factory and the workers who put it together, the delivery guy who brought it to my door, um, all of the things and all of the people who were involved in the process of me just being able to stand there and shave my face with a razor. And whatever your object is, think about it in that light. Who are all the people that were connected in some way to you in bringing that to you and it being there with you? And you can think, if you just reflect on that for a moment or two, you're going to see lots of people that you're connected to. And I guess the reality of that is that we are connected even if we don't know it. We are interdependent. We do connect with other people. And it's great, I think, at this time of year and any time at all, it doesn't have to be Thanksgiving, but it's great to be appreciative and aware, first of all, aware, appreciative and grateful for all the connections that make our life work. Pretty complex, pretty complicated. Back in the day, it was much simpler. We just walked into the village and connected with all the people there who did whatever they did. And we had connections with everybody on a daily basis. Now we don't, but we're still connected. It still happens. It's the same process of everything we need and use and so on, all connected. So my wish and prayer for this Thanksgiving is for peace, for us to connect with each other in ways that emulate or support the way we want to connect with everybody. And the hope and the prayer is that that is possible and that that can and will happen. And in my heart, I pray for peace and for connection, peaceful connection, loving connection, connection where we can truly be present to each other and share our gratitude for the impact that we have on each other's lives. And I'll leave you with that. And thank you for being here. I'll stay around for a little bit if anyone wants to share or say anything else. But thank you. My gratitude to you for joining the practice today. And may you have a wonderful, happy, peaceful, and loving Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.